Stay tuned. You are watching Powerline TV. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Family Life with Mama Rita. I miss each one of you. Oh my God, it's been how many months? So for those of you I have never seen and heard from this year, I want to still wish you a happy new year. My darling, 2026 is going to be so good for us. Very, very good. Incidentally, today is the 1st of April. I can't believe it. January is gone, February is gone, March is gone, and we already here 1st of April. This is the very first time that we are starting family life in the year in April. Well, some way, somehow, I've been very, very busy globe trotting. Before I continue, I want to say a very big thank you to Reverend Chris and Reverend Gloria Wilson Ando. Thank you for hosting me at the Sisters Conference at Leeds, Calvary International Christian Center. I really, really enjoyed the women's conference. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You really, really took good care of me. So from Leeds in UK, I moved to Belgium, Royalhouse Chapel, Belgium. Reverend Ernest and Lady Deacon Beatrice Dugbache. Eurocon was powerful. Oh my God. Powerful, powerful, powerful. And thank you. I also enjoyed my stay in Belgium. You took very good care of me. And then from Eurocon in Belgium, I moved to Switzerland. Hey! Switzerland Women in Prayer Conference. Wow. With Apostle John and Lady Sandra Sego at the New International Church in Bill of Switzerland. You all took very good care of me, except that, oh my God, I couldn't stand your weather. Cold, cold, cold. Even end of March, it was snowing in Switzerland. Hey, what sin have you people committed? Please, I like my Ghana like that too. When I came, I was sweating, but I loved it. I am free to wear my dress. Can you imagine? I will wear my dress, before the dress, wear tank top too, before I wear it, wear pullover, and wear winter jacket. Oh, I don't know what sin you have committed. But thank you so much. I enjoyed my stay in Leeds, I enjoyed my stay in Belgium, and I enjoyed my stay in Switzerland. God bless each one of you. I will see you all in next year's conference. Thank you, Eurocon, Sisters Conference, and the Women in Prayer Conference. Now to my beloved ones, 1st of April. And I pray that this month of April will be good for you. Just like January, February, and March has been good for us. May April also be good for us. May we walk in untold blessings. May it be well with us. May we walk in perfect health. May our relationships with our Maker, with God, be better. May our prayer lives be better. May my Bible study life be better. I mean, may we fall in love with Jesus much better than we did in January, in February, and March. And may your ears hear good news. May your eyes behold your miracle. And may your hand touch your miracle. If you haven't started yet, there's one thing I do. Every first of every month, I make sure that day is declared a prayer and a fasting day, so that the Spirit of God will carry me from the beginning of that month to the end of that month. If you haven't started, please do. It's been very, very beneficial to me, and I know if you start it, it will also be very beneficial to you. Now to our topic for today. I don't know how long we'll be going on that topic, but before I even go into the topic, I want to welcome my special hosts. They are people, you know them so well. I can always count on them to be here with me at Family Life. Reverend and Reverend Mrs. Patrick Yosin. Please welcome one more time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mama.
I miss you. And if I miss you, then I can imagine the people who listen to us on Family Life.
We miss you.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for always being here to share your marriage with the world, and share your experience with the world, and then let them know what God is doing and what God can do in their marriages. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Our topic today is expectations in relationships. Expectations in relationships. Expectation in relationships are often viewed as the root cause of disappointment, dissatisfaction, and breakdown in marriages. Sometimes we say that, finances could be a root cause, communication could be a root cause, sex could be a root cause. But I realize that before sex, before communication, before finances, before what? Everything points down to expectations. What is your expectation in marriage? What is your expectation about finances? What is your expectation about communication? What is your expectation about sex in marriage? What is your expectation? So I can say that expectation or expectations are the root cause of breakdown in marriages, silence in marriages, dissatisfaction in marriages, disappointments in marriages, cold war in marriages. And unfortunately, we don't usually realize we have expectations until they are not being met. Some people don't know they have expectations. Some way, somehow, my husband and I did a lot of talking before we entered into the marriage. What do we expect of each other? What does he expect from me as a wife? And what do I expect from him as a husband? What schools do we want the children to go to? If we have to do any business aside ministry, what do we want to do? How do we want to handle our finances? I mean, these are things we spoke about before we got married, but certainly you can't talk about everything. Then now we get married, we start having children, we start having family pictures. And our family pictures were scattered everywhere in the house. And my husband was angry. Look at it. Pictures are all over the house. You are supposed to put them in albums. I said, put them in albums. Put pictures in albums. In my house, where I came from, it was my father's job to pick up all pictures, get albums, and then place them in the album and make sure that all pictures are put in albums and looking nice for guests to watch. So in the house I come from, it is a job of my father. So I expect that if I'm married, if my father was doing that, then my husband should be doing that. My darling, maybe you are like me, where you come from a place where your father used to do certain things, or you come from a place where your mother used to do everything. It was your mother's role to control finances. So you think that you must also control finances. My darling, these are things you must talk about before you enter into marriage. One thing we discussed that I was so happy about before we entered into marriage was home chores. My husband, you are going to get married. You don't have money. You don't have bicycle tie. You don't have a room to yourself. He's telling me, as for him when he gets married, he won't pound fufu because he will be playing tennis and golf. And he will have to be shaking hands with the Joneses. And his palm has to be very soft. So he won't pound fufu. I said, you won't pound fufu. If you won't pound fufu, then we won't eat fufu in the marriage. I will cook rice. I will cook yam. I will buy kenke. Whatever. But to do what the typical Ashanti woman will say, waka, the woman is pounding and turning the thing. No, I won't be able to do it. I mean, that was my expectation. And his expectation was that he won't do it. I mean, we settled it. That if you won't pound, there'll be no eating of fufu. In those days, the new way of doing fufu, where there's now fufu powder, there's now a blender for fufu, those things hadn't come. So we're still doing it the local way. My darling, the first time his mother visited us and saw his son pounding fufu, he opened her mouth like this. My darling, make sure that before you go into marriage, you have discussed all these things. So you won't be disappointed, you won't be stressed, you won't be happy. This is what we'll be talking about. Expectations in marriage. What are expectations? Expectations in a relationship are the hopes, the beliefs, and standards regarding how partners should behave, communicate, and treat each other. Expectations in relationship are the hopes. What is your hope? Are the beliefs. I mean, there are norms that the husband should do this, the wife should do this, my darling. And standards regarding how partners should behave, communicate, and treat each other. There's one thing I want to talk about before I go into discussions with Reverend and Reverend Mrs. Patrick Yosin. Unhealthy expectations. And this has brought a lot of collapse in relationships today. Number one, unhealthy expectations. Mind reading. My darling, your partner is not God. Your partner is not the Holy Ghost to read your mind and to know what you want, to know how you are feeling, to know whether she hurt you or he hurt you. They are not God. Stop expecting your partner to read your mind. If there's something happening that you are not happy about, talk about it. Be able to say it, that, oh, I expect you to mow the lawn, to mow the green grass. I'm tired today. Please help me in the kitchen. I am tired today. Please pick up the children from school. Oh, you know, the money for housekeeping is not enough for this month. Is it possible? You know, you can add on. These are things you must expect. I always say it here in family life that I had a friend, my darling, she's gone into 4 marriages. All the 4 marriages didn't work. She will wake up and for no reason be unhappy, not talk, be quiet, be silent, and you would ask her, what is wrong with you? Nothing. Mm-hmm. Is there anything I did? Nothing. Is there anything you want me to do? Nothing. For her, you are supposed to be in her mind to know that I am not happy because you did A, B, C. I am not happy because you said A, B, C, D. I'm not happy because you are not treating me well. I am not happy because when you were talking to me, you raised your voice. My darling, stop the mind reading. If something is not going on or there's something you expect, let your partner know. Talk about it. Number 2, unhealthy expectations. That your partner will be the source of your happiness. My darling, nobody makes you happy in the marriage. And I always say this, happy yourself. Nobody. Your partner is not, what is the English word that I should use? Shouldn't be in the position to make you happy. Your happiness is you. Sometimes we think that somebody is not making us happy. Somebody must make us happy. Somebody is responsible. That's the word I want. Okay. Is responsible in making us happy. My darling, you are responsible for your own happiness. I am responsible for my happiness. My husband is responsible for his happiness. What makes him happy might not be what makes me happy. So I don't expect my husband to make me happy. What makes me happy might not be what makes him happy. I know in certain marriages, when a man gets a new car, he's happy. There are some women, if you help them in the kitchen, they are happy. There are some women, when you buy them, I mean, nobody should be responsible for your happiness. Make yourself happy. If you are waiting for your partner to make you happy, you'd always be very disappointed in the relationship. Number 3, unhealthy expectation is perfection. Oh, I expect my wife to be perfect. I expect my husband to be perfect. My darling, nobody is perfect under the sun. We all make mistakes. Yes, you said that the toothpaste must be pressed from the bottom. In his home, nobody cares about where you are pressing toothpaste. So if you go and you told her or you told him, press from the bottom, and he didn't press, my darling, correct it. Or when you are going to do it, sometimes we expect people to be like angels. I even say that even angels, if angels were perfect, there wouldn't have been war in heaven. Where the archangel took 1/3 of the angels in heaven, brought them down to earth. All our hala, all our issues are those angels that came to the earth. And now are demons worrying us. My darling, nobody is perfect. Make room. If you don't make room, you'd always be disappointed. And then my last, maybe my guest would have some more to expectations in marriage, or unhealthy expectations in marriage, changing our partners. Oh, I think I'll be able to change him. I'll be able to change her, my darling. If the parents couldn't change him, if her parents couldn't change her, you won't be the one to change her. That is why before you get married, talk. I always ask couples, assuming he never changes, assuming he never changes, my darling, are you ready to still be married to him? Are you ready to still be married to her? 5 years down the line, if he's still the same, 10 years down the line, if she's still the same, would you be able to handle it? Would you be able to treat it? Would you be able to live with it? If it's something you can't live with it, my darling, advise yourself. If her class 1 teacher couldn't change, class 2 teacher couldn't change, stage 4 teacher couldn't change, grade 5 teacher couldn't change, my darling, it only takes the Holy Ghost. Until the Holy Ghost changes that person, don't think that you can change the person or he should be the one to change you. I have seen wives and husbands get so disappointed in relationships because they thought they could help the guy take the pants. The Americans will call it pants. The English people will call it trousers. Not put it here, but put it in the laundry basket, my darling. This is what his length. If you know you can't deal with it, the man is abusive. If you know you can't deal with it, the man is a liar. The woman is a liar. The woman is very temperamental. The man is very temperamental. When they get angry, it can be something else. Is this something you can deal with? Don't ever promise yourself that in the marriage, I'll be able to handle it. In the marriage, I'll be able to work on him. In the marriage, I will be able to work on her. I said my last, but now when I'm talking, more ideas are coming. That we are going to be together 24/7. My darling, you'll be disappointed. My first disappointment was when I went out with my husband. It was a Christian program, I think National Theatre or something, musical concert. Oh, I'm caught in. I've gone out with my husband to be with my fiancé. Sit by me, let's enjoy, let's chat. Oh, by the time I realized the guy has gotten up, the program that is not your program, he's gone conducting the instrumentalists, showing them what to do, gone on stage, a choir that is not his choir, that are on the stage, shown them how to handle their microphone. I said, which kind of man is this? My darling, you won't be together 24/7 apart from work. There are times he could be on his own. There are times she could be on his own. That is why we call something the me time. Yeah. If you are not ready to be alone at certain times, my darling, advise yourself. And then maybe another expectation that the way the love was before the marriage, the love is going to be like that. I mean, the way you saw it 100%, my darling, it will be like that.
Yeah.
When there's marriage, hey, I said when there's marriage, when there's money, oh my God, the love goes like this. You see the graph. And when there's no money, it comes down like this. When the woman is pregnant and she changes, her lips are thick, nose is double, she gets dark. Hey, my darling, it won't be like that 100%. So don't ever expect that the way you entered into the relationship is going to be the same. Reverend and Reverend.
Yes, mommy.
You are welcome.
Thank you.
We are dealing with expectations.
Right.
Maybe first, let us know about what you expected before you got married. Did you talk? Were your expectations met? Or it was when you got married that you realized that, hey, there were certain things we should have spoken about that we didn't talk about. And then we will go into some of your marriage counselors. I mean, how disappointed they get. They didn't know, hey, somebody came to tell me, Mommy, I didn't know marriage was like this. So if I knew, expectations are not being met. Please, before they talk, we will go on a short commercial break and then we'll be back. But please let your questions flow. All the questions you had since January that you haven't been able to ask me, the questions you had in February that you haven't been able to ask in March, please, you can let it come. Both questions out of expectations and questions within expectations. But again, I miss you. We will go on a short break and we'll be back.
Carries legal authority, legal power, almost by law. The blood is your legal entity for the remission of sin, for the condemnation of curses, from the condemnation of guilt. It is the blood that unites you with God. It is your legal power to gain access to God, to call yourself a child of God.
By the blood of your covenant, I will release your prisoners from the waterless pit. Zechariah 9:11. Royalhouse Chapel presents Easter Convention 2026 with the Apostle General Rita Korankye-Ankrah. The season of Easter reminds us of the death and resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ. It is a time to reflect on His sacrifice and celebrate the power of redemption made available to us through His blood. This year, we gather under the powerful theme, the blood of your covenant, Zechariah 9:11. Worship with us for a life-changing Easter convention filled with deliverance and divine encounters. Good Friday services on Friday 3rd April. Morning healing service at 8 a.m. and a power-packed deliverance all night at 9 p.m. Resurrection Sunday services on 5th April. Morning service at 8 a.m. and communion impartation and anointing service at 5:30 p.m. The venue is the Oil Dome, Obechebilamte Interchange. Come with your family and loved ones and experience the liberating power of the blood of the covenant. The services will also be streamed live on Facebook at Rita Korankye-Ankrah, YouTube at Powerline TV, and on your favorite Christian television network, Powerline TV. Royalhouse Chapel, touching our generation with the power of God. Yahweh, Yahweh.
Welcome back to Family Life with Mama Rita. I want to wish you a holy Passion Week. My darling, if there's ever been a time that you want to do something for Christ, it must be this week. If ever there's a time where you want to forgive your husband, forgive your wife for the things they've done, you want to forgive your children, children want to forgive mommy, want to forgive daddy for the things they've done. If there's anybody in your household, your parents, they've hurt you so much, and you want to forgive them, my darling, it must be this week. This week is called Holy Week. This week is called the Passion Week, where the Christendom, whole world, is celebrating the death of Jesus Christ. My darling, it cost his life. It cost him pain. It cost him sweat. It cost him lashes. It cost being called names to go on the cross to die for you and I. Before we end, we will talk about the programs we have this week here at Royalhouse Chapel. I want to go to my guests and find out what were your expectations before the marriage. Were your expectations met? Did you talk? I mean, is it something that we expect? Is it something that we talk about before we got married, or before we get married?
Thank you so much, Mommy. As part of our counseling sessions, we always require our counselees to prepare an expectation list. What the husband to be expects of the wife, and the wife to be expects of the husband to be. And we discuss it. We pick it line by line and we discuss it. Unfortunately for us, we didn't do that. I did spend time though. The Bible says that he who lacks wisdom should ask of God, who giveth in abundance. So I went to the presence of God and said, okay, I'm walking into this thing. This is after I had read a book called The Blueprint to Your Marriage.
Okay.
You know, I was preparing myself for the marriage. And then I got to understand that I do have expectations. How am I going to manage them in this relationship? I took the matter to God and I sought the face of God to grant me the wisdom to manage my expectations into the marriage. Between us, we never discussed it. Actually.
Wow.
At the end of my prayer time, the conviction I had was to expect nothing. God said to me, expect nothing. I really struggled with that instruction from God.
Wow.
Because I have grown up looking forward to get married to a woman who will make me happy, as we've talked about, and do a lot of things in my life. And here am I at the brink of the marriage, and God says, expect nothing.
Wow.
You know, so it was really a struggle for me, but subsequently we talked about it, and I came to the place of understanding that this is a covenant relationship. There are responsibilities that I am expected to bring to the table, and there are responsibilities that she's expected to bring to the table. However, whether she brings it or not, I am expected to meet my covenant commitment. And that's how I went into it, and gradually brought her to understand that this is the requirement of us. And so we committed to it, and we've been working at it. It's not perfect, but we do understand that I will disappoint you sometimes, you will disappoint me sometimes, but human as I am, that is normal. So that's how we have survived over the years as far as expectations is concerned. Maybe
Mama Rosemond.
So, like Reverend Patrick said, we never talked about it. In fact, I didn't know that it was even something that we should talk about then. Yes. So, but during the courtship, I learned a few things about him.
Okay.
And I realized that if I'm waiting for him to make me happy, I'll cry all the time. Because he was a straightforward man. His yes is yes, is no. You can't coax him.
That's right.
You can't dada him. If he says yes, yes. If he knows no. So for a long time, I wasn't giving him the green light because I felt like I can't live with a man like that. So at the time I agreed to marry him, I know the kind of man he is.
Okay.
So there are certain things I wasn't expecting from him. And if he does it, it's a plus. If he doesn't do it, I'm not disappointed. But yes, still, like you say, there are places that you will get disappointed because I saw my daddy do some things, and I expect that my husband would do. For example, if the light goes off, you don't expect me to change the bulb because it's my father's job. So I'm expecting that
he must do it.
Yeah, I don't have to tell you. So if it's not done, I'll come and tell you that the light it has to be changed.
That's right.
You know, unlike my elder sister she should do it.
Okay.
Whether you are there or not, she will do it. But for me, I wanted to see what my daddy was doing, you know. So, of course, some of the things I get disappointed, but I talk about it. That is one thing that we do. We talk about any and everything. So we'll talk about it, we'll laugh over it and say, your father, am I your father? You know?
And this is where people get very hurt. Like I said, you know, you won't think that common pictures and album will bring a quarrel. In my home, my father will sit down, buy albums, sit down, arrange it. And this is what we saw my father do. I'm telling you, all our duty to keep them. Our reports. My father had our reports from when we were nursery. Had arranged everything. That this one is the woman's job. My darling, we are talking. You wanted to say something.
Yes. One day, my wife came to Royal Ladies or some other program. Calls me around 6 o'clock. Nana, come and pick me. I'm like, come and pick you. What are you talking about? Drive from Abuja to come. Look here, pick a cab and come home. I will pay for it. No. You have to come and pick me. It became a fight. So I wanted to make my wife happy. I drove, but coming here, I was so angry. And so as soon as she sat in the car, I talked, and she got disappointed. She shut up, and we got home. But subsequently, I was thinking about the fact that my wife comes from a home where her father had cars and a driver, and wherever she went to,
she was
picked. Yeah, exactly. She will be picked from school, wherever. So she thought or assumed that is normal.
Before you continue, a lady came to me. They got married.
Right.
They live in the UK. Her first ever shopping. First ever shopping. I mean, gone out as a married woman, going to buy things, groceries for the house. And when she was going, told the man, I am going. In her home, the mother leaves home, does the shopping. And the father, without questions, without anybody asking, will go pick the mother.
Okay.
So the woman leaves, does the shopping, and is waiting that the man must know. So after she waited for an hour, calls the husband, honey, where are you? She said, what do you mean by where am I? You left me at home. The woman said, but won't you come and pick me up? The man said, but you never asked me to pick you up. I mean, expectations in marriage come.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so finish up.
Well, eventually, I got to a place where I understood that it's purely because of her background and her experience. You know? So all of us, more often than not, our expectations are built on our life experience, our exposure, and so on and so forth. What we saw in our parents' marriage, etc., etc. You know? So we all need to learn to balance it? Yeah.
Recently, I was talking to one of our counselors who they are yet to get married, and I told her that, you know, we are almost done, so your day is almost here, but I need to pinpoint a few things to you. Number one, your mother's seamstress is not your seamstress.
That's right.
He said, yeah, it's true. I said, your mother's hairdresser is not your hairdresser. Because this is the woman who the family is very well to do. The guy is also okay. But the woman is coming from a very good background.
That's right.
I said, your mother's hairdresser is not your hairdresser. Neither is her seamstress your seamstress. So when they are going to sew a dress or going to do your nails and things, know where you are coming from. It's no longer coming. You said, hey, Mama Rosemond, it's true. You have said something. I've never thought about it. And that was because one of my brothers got married, and the wife called me that, oh, she wants a seamstress. I said, why? What's happening to? He said, I went to my mommy's seamstress and I realized that I can't pay.
I understand now. I can't pay. Like my son will tell me that, Mommy, you are spoiling your daughters. Where I sew, that's where they sew. When they go, they don't ask.
They just order.
They just order. They finish. Where I used to now, our hairdresser is even going to be with the Lord. Where I go to do my hair, it was so expensive. They go and sit down, do their hair. And when they finish, they don't even ask how much it is. They get up and go. And I should be the one to go and pay. Now you get married. And then oh my God.
She was so shocked and she was so grateful that I brought it up. She was like, Mama Rosemond, I've never thought about it.
Exactly. Wow. So how can couples uncover unspoken or hidden expectations before marriage?
That can only be discovered if you have not spoken about it. Like we were giving the examples here, your husband, your partner will not be aware of it. However, the way to manage it is to lower your expectations and not be so surprised. You made a quotation, but I have it in a different form. I say, expectation is the mother of disappointment. So whilst, expectation is the mother of the disappointment. You said it in a different way, but it means the same thing. So unspoken expectations, as they may seem to be, if you hold them, you are certainly going to be disappointed. Here's a lady who talked about, I was talking to her about an issue, and says, "Now where sumen kancheno?"
Should I say
I say this to you? If you don't say it, you did talk about the fact that too many people expect their spouses to be mind readers. So if you don't talk about it, there is no way your partner will know about it. Maybe your partner is coming from a different background. Like I was coming from a different background. My wife is coming from a different background. She's expecting that I will pick her. I do not understand that language, you know. So please, we should all manage our expectations. Otherwise, conflict will be unceasing in our relationships.
Mama Rosemond, before you come in, somebody came reporting the wife. What is it? No, bounce so obey Jerry twice a day. A woman must bath twice a day by all means. But this one, should I tell the home where the woman is coming from, if you are using good deodorant, you are using good perfume, you bath once a day, especially if you don't go out. If you've gone out, you are back, you are sweating and all that, yes. But for her in her home, if you don't go out and you've been home the whole day, you bath in the afternoon and that is it. Or when you are going to bed, you bath. But in the man's home, you must bath first thing in the morning before you even step out.
Wow.
Last thing, before you lie on the bed, you must bath. And for the man, I mean, this is something everybody must know.
Yeah.
My darling, everybody doesn't know it.
No.
Because you didn't grow up in the same house.
Precisely.
Talk about it. If it's something you want, if it's something you're expecting, talk about it. If she can do it or he can do it, he will do it. My architect, he tells me in their house, you can never come out of your room without having your bath.
Wow.
That is a training their father gave to them. So they have morning devotions every morning. Before the morning devotion, you should have showered.
Right.
You come and sit before God, clean and pure. Mama Rosemary, you were going to say something. Expectations. Oh my God. So we are talking about how couples uncover unspoken or hidden expectations before marriage.
Of a truth, some of it you will never know until you are inside.
Yeah.
And if you go into the marriage with the notion or with the understanding that your husband is not your enemy, your wife is not your enemy, and the fact that you all grew up from different backgrounds, you will see certain things and then you would try and adjust. For example, when I got married, my husband
Please let your questions flow.
My husband said he won't eat kinky.
He won't eat
He won't
kinky.
eat kinky.
Eating kinky.
He said he has eaten kinky all his life.
He's tired.
He's tired. He's married to eat kinky. Every time I'm a girl woman, I like
Wow.
I'm a girl woman. I like kinky. So if you eat kinky, what will you eat?
He's eating too much kinky in his father's house. That's like me and Apim. You know, now I know it's a healthy food.
Right.
But for me, Apim was a punishment. My mother would let us eat Apim about 3-4 times in a week.
Wow.
And the chewing alone was
Too much.
So I said to myself, when I marry, I won't eat apim again.
Exactly.
So now if I get a man who likes apim, and I have to, please consider.
Oh my God. So, at the beginning, it was pissing me off. But then I had to sit back and and realize where he's coming from. And the fact that if he has eaten kinky, not because it's his favorite, but it's due to circumstances.
Yeah.
And now he's a man of his own. He's putting money on the table. What he wants, cook it for him. And sometimes you just have to understand the situation. And then, but if you fail to understand the situation, then it becomes a challenge for you. If you don't understand, I think you can also call your partner and ask why.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about Buffalo on the set before. If I say Buffalo, he will eat.
Buffalo?
Yes. Palava sauce.
Palava sauce.
If I say Buffalo, he will eat. It doesn't matter how nice it is. He will never eat it, because he said for him bar is leaves. In Ra. So why am I giving him that? But if I say palava sauce or kontomire, he will eat.
Wow. Just the word.
Exactly.
So we are talking about unrealistic expectations.
Yeah.
I have mentioned some. Is there some you know that I didn't mention? Unrealistic expectations. I'm talking about the mind reading. I've spoken about what did I talk about? When you are tired. I've spoken about the mind reading. I've spoken about
to make you happy.
Expecting him to make you happy. Perfection. Expecting to be together all the time. I'm courting and I've gone out and I expect my husband to be seated by me, and he's gone conducting choir. That is not his business. Are there any more unrealistic expectations? Things that people think that, and this is what I want. Yes, my father was the breadwinner in the house. I keep my money, and you are the one that must pay everything in the house. You know, some homes are like that, where the man pays utilities, pays school fees, pays virtually everything. The woman uses her money, saloon, nails, you know, so if you are coming from that kind of background where your father does everything, and now you are entering into a relationship where the man says, no, in today's world, 21st century, it's not the duty of the man to provide for you.
Right.
There's nothing like chop money, where our mothers were giving chop money. Now you bring, I bring. What are you bringing to the table? What am I bringing to the table? So are there any other unrealistic expectations we need to talk about?
Yeah, so whilst you were talking about, one that comes to mind clearly is that emotion, the strength of the emotions you had in the beginning to carry on in the marriage until till. More often than not, many people think that or believe that they are no longer in love because the depth of emotions that they had at the beginning of the marriage, the romance, the electricity,
mind your gutter,
you know,
holding hands, you go shopping and the man is holding your bags. My darling, it will always be there.
No. For whatever reason, that kind of thing happens at the beginning. The sight of your
beginning of marriage.
Exactly. The sight of your wife, you know, all of that is exciting. People should not expect that it will be the same way until the end of it, you know. So I put it in this way that marriage is a commitment. Love is a commitment. Like Reverend Derek said, Apostle Derek says, it is not a feeling that you feel when you feel the feeling you have never felt before. No, that's not love, you know. So love is the commitment. So don't expect that that nice, sweet feeling you had will be with you all the way. It will ebb, it will fade away. But someone said it in a very funny way that you only know that you still have the feeling when you realize somebody is stealing your partner. That's when you see that, hey, you actually still have that feeling. But otherwise, you think that it is no longer there. So people shouldn't expect that feeling will be there. No, it will not be there for.
I also think that people shouldn't expect that the moment they marry, all their problems have been solved. Some people think that, oh, as soon as I marry, everything will fall in place. No, if there are underlying issues, deal with it. Even before you enter the marriage. Recently, I was doing a research because I was going to speak somewhere, and I realized that if you are being disturbed by certain things, for example, you have the spirit of rejection. Maybe the father wasn't there, and so you feel like, oh, if I marry, my husband becomes my father and my everything. So that feeling of being rejected will be resolved. Try and resolve it with God before you get. Marriage doesn't solve all your problems. Marriage doesn't solve all your problems. God solves all your problems, not marriage.
I like that. Marriage doesn't solve all your problems. Before we go to the co-host, I was there before you got married.
Yes.
Before you got married, you were tiny. If your husband's expectation is that you should remain as tiny as you were when you got married, I'm sure you'd be disappointed, or you would have gone through divorce by now. My darling, people change. You should have seen me before my husband proposed to me. I was tiny, tiny, tiny. I was like my daughter Nadromo and Mawe na tiny. Today, I'm no longer tiny. So don't expect that the person you married 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago would always be the same. We will go on a short break and we'll be back to take the questions.
Hi, my name is Pastor Martin and I want to invite you to the Songs of God live concert happening at Royalhouse Chapel International Oil Dome around the Obeti-Vilamte interchange on the 3rd of May 2026. The time is 5 p.m. prompt and we're going to have an awesome time in the presence of God. I'm going to have a few friends of mine join me so we lift up the banner of Jesus. The theme is the Shekinah. Shekinah is not a feeling. Shekinah is not emotions. The Shekinah is a place that we want to dwell in. And that place we shall dwell on the 3rd of May at Royalhouse Chapel International for the Songs of God live concert. I'll see you. God bless you. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend and invite all your people. Let's come and have the presence of God fill us as we give God his due. I'll see you on the 3rd of May. God bless you.
Welcome back to Family Life with Mama Rita. This is our first episode for the year 2026. And if you are just joining us, I said the year has already been so busy. It's been a very busy year for me. It's been one trip after the other, one program after the other. So that is why we are starting in April. We sincerely apologize, but now that we've started, my darling, expect something very good. As for this one, expect it. This is not unrealistic expectation. So our topic for now is expectations in relationships. So when we talk about relationships, we are not only talking about marriage, but expectations before you get married, expectations in the marriage, expectations with your children, expectations, in-laws. I mean, there's so much we are going to talk about when we talk about expectations. Just like I said at the beginning, there's a lot of breakdown in relationships just because expectations were not met. And why were expectations not met? Expectations were not met because we didn't discuss it before we got married. Before we go to my co-host,
Right.
there's a couple who came to me recently. And they are going to get married in a few weeks.
Okay.
So I said, what church would you be attending when you get married? Because they don't belong to the same church. Oh, we haven't even spoken about it. We haven't even spoken about it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they are just a few days away from their marriage. The man thinks that, it's automatic. When you get married, the woman must follow you to your church. The woman says, but now that thing is no longer there. I am very active in my church. I am in the women's organization in my church. I'm in the choir in my church. I'm in praise and worship in my church. In your church, you are not doing anything. Why should I follow? My darling, these are things you must talk about. So you don't get disappointed. Now, you enter into the marriage, first Sunday, in the marriage, the man is expecting you to follow him to his church. You are also expecting the man to follow. Please talk about it.
Yeah.
Before we got married, my husband was a Presbyterian. I was a Catholic. We spoke about it. So where are we going to church after marriage? Which church are we joining? Where are we going? We just decided, well, you are a Presby, I am a Catholic. Both of us are born again. Let's look for a charismatic church. And we started, and it was so good for both of us. My darling, talk about it. Co-host.
Yes, Lord.
I know people will have a lot of comments since we haven't been there since January.
And it's actually an exciting topic that is evoking a lot of conversation online. People are excited. Well, keep your questions and your comments coming through +233-200-515253. And across all platforms, you can use the hashtag AskMamaRita and hashtag Family Life Series. We are live on Facebook, Sam Korankye-Ankrah, Rita Korankye-Ankrah. We are also live on YouTube, Powerline TV, and across all social media handles of Rita Korankye-Ankrah. And of course, all those who are viewed across the West African region via the digital TV channel, Powerline TV. We are excited to have you. Well, all the way from Sierra Leone, Mommy.
Wow.
The name here is Jesus Forever. Wow. Says, I'm watching live from Sierra Leone.
Wow.
And I am excited to see one of my best couples in Royalhouse Chapel on your set. Mommy, thank you.
Wow. Wow. I hope it's not Reverend Novella.
No,
somebody else. So Reverend Novella is currently in Sierra Leone. Okay. Reverend Novella, I wish you well. May your business go through. May your expectations, not in marriage, but your expectations in business be met.
Amen.
May all your training go through.
Amen.
All the companies you have contacted, may you have a positive answer to go and do your training. God bless you, and I love you.
God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. We are also expecting the 10%. This one is coming from Nana Hesse.
This is not unrealistic.
This is very realistic, but spiritual expectation. This one is coming from Nana Hesse Ojiri. He says, good evening, my premier lady.
Good evening.
Premier lady, yo. A really spicy topic being discussed. For me, I seem not to have known a lot about myself before marriage and even during marriage. But my wife would always pass comments like, this is your character, before I notice, and I say, hey, it is really true, this is me. He says a very perfect topic and it's helping us. Mrs. Ojiri, God bless you. All right, let me read two more comments and I'll go to the question we have for today. Okay. This is coming from Lillian Swites. Lillian Swites says, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I am watching all the way from Nigeria.
Wow.
Thank you for coming back. And this doesn't have a name. Says, if the expectations were not set before marriage and now there are problems in the marriage, how do we resolve those issues going forward? Okay, this is actually a question. Okay. I wish you had mentioned some of the problems and issues you are facing. But on the face of it, I'm sure the counselors and mommy would address. If the expectations were not set before marriage, and now there are issues and problems surfacing in the marriage, how do we resolve them going forward?
So, in effect, if they didn't talk about it, and now you are seeing them, what should you do? Right. So, any of you can start.
Well, as we had already indicated, expectations almost always result in disappointment, and therefore all of us need to understand the current circumstances in which we are. We are married, for example, if I'm using the example of the husband being the full-time breadwinner of the house, and you are married, the two of you have jobs, and maybe Mrs. earns more than Mr., and yet Mrs. is expecting that Mr. will be the provider for the house. That's problematic. Certainly under those circumstances, two of you need to discuss and put in place some kind of financial management protocols and survive. So in the marriage, you have to pick up those expectations, discuss it, and approach them realistically, how you can resolve them and be able to live comfortably together. That's
I believe that if you don't know the expectations.
Yeah.
You haven't talked about it.
Yeah.
And you get in and you see it. There's nothing wrong coming back to the drawing table.
Yeah.
To sit down and talk. Oh, I expected this. Oh, why are you expecting this? Me too, I expected this. Talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you talk about it and you add prayer, you will be able to resolve it. But if you talk about it and you still cannot resolve it, please go seek counsel. Seek external counsel.
Good. So you didn't talk about it before. Like they are saying, they never spoke about it. Even we who spoke about it, honestly, I didn't even know I was doing. We were talking about expectations. we only talked. When we marry, you know, so there are things people don't talk about, but now we want to talk about it. So identify what the expectation is. What is your husband talking about? What is your wife talking about? What are they expecting? So after you've been able to identify, now talk, communicate. So what can we do? What can we do? Like Reverend Patrick said, the woman is earning more. Yet because of her background, she expects that the man must be doing more in the relationship. In some marriages, the woman doesn't bring anything. For her, because of the background she's coming from, it's the man's duty to do everything and even take care of me. You know, so now talk about it. Is it an unrealistic expectation? Is there something we can do? Can we meet each other halfway? So identify it, talk about it, and then see how well you can implement it. You didn't know, you didn't talk about it, now you know. Mommy is going to Presby, Daddy is going to Anglican. It's something you didn't talk about it. Now the children have come. You want to talk about it. Is it possible? If it's not possible, Mommy wants to go to the church, Daddy wants to go to his church. What do we do with the children? Where do they go to? Talk about it and come to a conclusion.
All right.
There was something that we were doing at the beginning of our marriage.
Okay.
I don't remember whether we were doing it once a year or twice a year, but we have a retreat, marriage retreat.
Twice a year. It was twice a year.
Twice a year.
Because even if it's an office, you have a refresher course.
Yeah. Evaluation.
If it's evaluation, if it's church groups, we have retreats and stuff like that. So in the marriage, we were also having that.
Okay.
So we will meet and so how am I doing? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? What do you want me to improve on? We come, and this is not fight.
Yeah.
Some of the things you'll not be happy about, but you know why you are at the table talking about it. Yeah. So we talk about it and give ourselves time, because you don't expect your partner to change all of a sudden. Give yourself time to work at it and encourage baby steps, and then we keep going. We haven't done it for a while now, but it really helped us at the beginning of the marriage.
And my darling, we'll be talking about expectation in how do I put it? Expectation in the family, not husband and wife, but daddy, mommy, and children. So Mama Rosemond said they used to talk about it, retreats twice in a year. What is it? Am I doing well? Is there anything I'm not doing? My darling, we used to do it in our family, not my mom, my dad, we the children. My mother will gather us. So what is it? Is there anything you're expecting Daddy and I to do? And we would all sit down innocently, pour our hearts, how they've been screaming and shouting. Innocently. Go and look for trouble and go and do something small. My mother will remind you of everything you said that day. and you said this, and you said that, and you said this. You see, because of this thing that you've been doing, that is why my darling, don't refer.
Right.
This is something you said, you both said it genuinely. This is what I expect from you, this is what I expect from you, and this is what you didn't do well, this is what you did well. Afterwards, see how best both of you can change.
Right.
You don't, what's the English word?
Demand a change.
What's the English word for it? You don't rub it.
Okay,
in the person's face.
Yeah.
You don't rub it in his face. You see, this is why I've been shouting. This is why when I talk to you, I raise my voice.
You are the reason why
you are the reason why. My darling, when you do this, next time when you call her for a meeting, she won't talk.
Tell them.
Even if there are things worrying her, she won't say it. When you meet, is everything okay? Am I doing anything wrong? Is there anything you expect? Because she knows it that the next time you are going to rub it in her face. Please, after you've spoken, don't use it against him. Don't use it against her. Communication has broken down in a lot of marriages just because of this small thing. You see, this is why I shout. You see, this is why I raise my voice. When I talk to you, you don't. My darling, I'm not your daughter. I'm not your daughter. You can't tell me when you talk to me, I don't listen. Talk to me nicely, talk to me politely, and I will listen to you.
Sure.
Co-host.
Interesting.
Maybe a question or two, and then we'll bring the curtain.
And Mommy, these expectations, one of the expectations.
When I see your face, I know you are going to say,
Mommy, someone wanted to go and buy foodstuffs in the market. She got all the money she requested for.
Okay.
And she's very diligent. She goes and she shops as much as she can with the funds. Then one of these days, she comes back with 10 fresh coconuts.
Okay.
Coconut, no, it's not been fresh. And I said, what's with this coconut? Are we planting a new garden? She says, why? I said, what am I supposed to do? He said, her father used to crack coconuts for the entire family. So, I'm growing this. So, you know what sugarcane has done to my fingers? I should be. Your father will come and crack those coconuts. If it's today that I'll crack the coconuts, they are there. Expectations.
The kind of things we used to see our fathers do. My children are going to be in trouble if they have unrealistic expectations because the kind of things their father and then you enter into the marriage and the man doesn't do it.
Well, this one says, good evening, Mommy. We've missed you so much. I thank God for preparing so well before my marriage. At my father's house, I had always seen my father taking and leading initiatives when major decisions had to be made for the family. But in my case, I have been the one bringing almost all the ideas and leading major decisions. My husband would never bring anything on board that. But by the grace of God, whenever I bring my ideas, it seems to work. I don't know what to make of this. Well, we thank God for your life. Counselors.
So my first point is the fact that it may be due to temperament. Your husband probably is the laid back, phlegmatic type, and he's happy that you are coming forward with those suggestions and he's supporting you. So, like you said, we thank God that it is not a situation where he feels challenged or that you are belittling him by being the one who initiates. We are talking about, we go into marriage with all these expectations and they may not necessarily be what we expect. In this case, the situation you have may not be like your father's own, but it is working. So long as your husband is not against it, I think you have God's blessing and you should just keep running with it.
But the only well-spoken, my only hope is that she's not one of those that rubs it in the face of the man. So for peace to prevail, the man will just listen to what she has to do and abide by what she has to do. I mean, there are two sides of this. Either the man is a typical flag and anything goes. I mean, my son Papa, as long as there's food on the table, he's fine. He doesn't care what food you. But the father is not like that. He wants to know what you are. So some people don't mind. As long as you are bringing the ideas, is working, it's okay. But on the other hand, there are certain men that he brings one idea, you have a negative comment. He brings a second idea, you have a second comment. Then he thinks that in the marriage, everything should be about you.
Right.
So you bring the idea, I won't oppose it, we will go by it. So if you are not that type of a person, but your husband is just a typical flag and it's okay, then thank God.
Right.
In some homes, it's always a fight. I want this, I want this. This has to be done. This should be. So if with you, you bring it across and your husband is very comfortable with what you bring, thank God for it.
There are a lot of questions coming through.
Hey,
yeah,
let's
interesting
take
one.
one.
Yeah, we'll probably take one short one.
Yeah.
Please, all those who are
I just came back yesterday night. I came back from my trip yesterday night. I am a bit under the weather. The weather was so cold. It was one program after the other, program after the other. So I think I need a bit of a rest for our Easter program. Before we go to the question, Friday morning here at the Oil Dome, we have a family service. Friday morning family service. Our husbands and I, we and our children, we are all coming into the service together, sitting down as a family. And I miss those days where we used to go to church, my mom, my dad, all of us, we would sit on the same row. If we go to church and we don't sit on the same row with my father, that usher is in trouble. We must sit on the same row together. My mother wants to see how you hold the hymn book. You must hold it like this.
Okay.
When it's time for the recitals, Hail Mary, Our Father, Apostle Creed, she wants to make sure that you are not chewing corn and you are saying everything rightly. I mean, when they say kneel down, you must kneel. When you get that, you must. When it's time for communion, my father wants to make sure you've gone for communion. If you didn't go for communion, then it means you have sinned. So I miss those days. So Friday morning is a family service where we are coming into the service with our family members. We are sitting down together as a family, husband, wife, children, grandchildren, sit down as a family. And then in the evening at, is it 9 or 10? In the evening at
9 p.m.
9 p.m. we have the all nights where it's going to be feet washing.
The deliverance.
It's brought us tremendous miracles and testimonies. Saturday we are not doing anything here, and then Sunday morning at 8 a.m. we are all coming in our white for resurrection service, and then at 5 p.m. we are coming to dine with the Lord. We are coming for our communion service. Packed Easter service. Friday morning, Friday all night, Sunday morning, Sunday evening, communion service.
This will likely be the final question for today. For those who have sent it, don't worry. Next week, Mommy and her seasoned counselors and guests will be here to answer every single one of your questions. Expectations. Please keep the comments and the questions coming through. This one says, good evening, Mommy. She provides her name. I don't know if her husband is watching, so I'll skip. It says, I've been enlightened by this conversation. In my relationship, we agreed to set up a joint account for the past 4 years. Last year, he used all the money without my notice for an investment which eventually failed. He has since requested that we start another savings. I don't want to do that anymore, but he says I am not being supportive if I don't. What do I do, since his expectations are that we should have a joint account?
Seasoned counselors.
I would say
this thing comes up all the time.
Yeah. We started a joint account, but this is what we did, requiring that both should sign for all transactions. And so currently is either to sign, because over the years we have built the trust and established that she will not pass behind me and go and use the money. I will not pass behind her. So the recommendation is to establish the joint account. It helps you to plan your finances together, and it also helps you to build trust with each other. However, it is advisable that both of you are required to sign for transactions to go through on the account. And then eventually, when you have been able to establish a trust, then you can make it, or you can keep it forever, depending on the two of you. But my recommendation is, please go one more time, but this time the requirement should be that both of you must sign on the transaction before it goes through. That's my...
So, my darling, it's good to have a joint account. Most often, the joint account is for projects. So you decide what you want to do. Is it 50% of your salary and 50% of my salary? Or depending on who is gaining more or is earning more, is 80-20 or 60-40, 70-30, depending on who is earning more. That amount is what you put into the joint account, and that amount can be used for utilities, can be used for school fees, for projects. If you want to go on a family holiday, you want to put up your own house. But like Reverend Patrick said, it must be signing together. So until the man can take any money out of it, or until the woman can take any amount out of it, both of you must sign. If you don't sign, the man can take money out of the account, or the woman can take money out of the account. There must be transparency. Like Reverend Patrick is saying, you know, it gets to a time where you trust each other so much that now one person can sign. Like my husband and I have always been the wise person. When we started, it wasn't even a joint account. It was my name on the account. But I never took any money out without telling my husband. Never did. Never, ever did. And I think because of that, he trusted me so much. When we put his name on it, any of us could sign for it. But until then, I mean, many people have been so disappointed. Many people have been so stressed. Many people have, some people have even been sick out of it, I'm telling you, where they trust the man so much. Let's have a joint account. By the time they realize all money is gone, I mean, all money is gone. I'm currently handling one where they had a joint account. Just like this story. By the time they realized, the man had withdrawn all the amount from investments. The investment didn't yield. The money didn't come back. Well, as submissive as the woman is, the man came back again and said, let's do it again. The woman said, okay, I would only do it with the agreement that before you take any money for any investment or anything, you must discuss with me. They went to do another joint account. The man invested again
Oh dear.
And this is thousands of money. Everything went down the drain. Now you said the woman must help you to pay your debts. The woman said no. Now you said you want divorce.
Oh.
I've asked the woman, granting the divorce. The divorce fast. This one you don't have to think. This is a man that will worry you. He's selfish. If I don't, then it is over. Let it be over. He will go, he will suffer, he will come back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Expectations. So my darling, make sure you can do it again. Give it a try one more time. But on condition that both of you are signing. Next week we'll be doing the common marriage expectations. Common marriage expectations. I mean, there are some expectations that are common. They cut across all relationships, all marriages. We will talk about common expectations in marriages. For those of you that asked questions and we couldn't answer, I will see if next week I'm bringing Reverend Patrick and Mama Rosemond back. I will see if we can answer your questions before we start, or we will start and then we will come and then answer your questions. As much as we want to do this year, all questions will have to be answered. So don't worry if you've asked the question and we didn't answer. Please still bring in your questions. And next week, I saw that people were sending me questions. It's okay. Next week, we will answer all those questions. Thank you so much, and God bless you. I wish you a happy Holy Week, happy Passion Week, and a happy Easter. May we go on the cross together with Christ. And on Sunday, the third day, may we resurrect. My darling, anything that is dead in your life, if your marriage is dying, your love is dying, your relationship is dying, your relationship with your children is dying, your relationship with Christ is dying, your health is dying, your money is dying, whatever is dying in your life, I pray that the resurrection power of Christ will come into your life. If you haven't been to church for a while, the last time you went to church was 31st of December and you haven't been to church again, I am pleading with you this Easter period, Good Friday, Easter Sunday, please be in church, and I assure you that everything that is dead in your life will resurrect. God bless you. We want to hear your stories. We want to hear your testimonies. We want to know what God is doing in your marriages and what God is doing in your life. God bless you. Co-host, is there anything before we go?
No, I think this is great. We can wrap it up. Yeah.
So we will see you again, same time, same day next week. Wednesday, God willing, 7 p.m. we will see you. From the studios of Power Life, Family Life, we say we love you and happy Easter. God bless you.
Now good day. Now good.
You are watching Powerline TV. Stay tuned.